right, I'll try to make this video as quick as possible because I do have a bigger video planned for the Celtics now being the 2023-24 NBA champions. After blowing out the Dallas Mavericks tonight in Game 5, 106-88, and it was about what I expected. And I wasn't going to do the thing where I try to trick myself into thinking the Mavericks had a slight chance or even a snowball's chance in hell of coming back from a 3-0 series. Just because the first 3 games, it was just clear Boston was the better team and they won every game to that point in every type of way. And the Celtics, once again, just showing that they were one of the best defenses of the modern era, one of the best offenses in NBA history for the whole season. And they absolutely kicked the Mavericks' ass. The Mavericks, once again, missing wide open catch and shoot threes unless your name was Josh Green. The Celtics were just pressuring the ball. Jaylen Brown was pressuring Luka up and down the court. They were pressuring Kyrie up and down the court. Kyrie, who continues to struggle in Boston. And now the season has ended and the Celtics are the champions. Jaylen Brown won Finals MVP, well-deserved. You could have made a case for Drew Holiday too. I personally would have voted for Jason Tatum just because he was the guy seeing all the coverages, seeing all the multiple bodies way more often than everybody else on the Celtics, and he was the guy that was stirring the drink on offense for the Celtics, even though Tatum's scoring was absolutely ghastly in this series. Let's just be honest, it was. But it doesn't matter because the Celtics are champions. If I wanted to pull out my objective side, I actually have no ill will towards any of the Celtics players. I like a lot of the guys. Love Drew Holiday for obvious reasons. I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I was relatively high on those guys, especially after, Tatum came in his rookie year and him and Brown made it to the Eastern Conference Finals as first and second year players. I've always been on the side of never break this duo up. Even as a Sixer fan, I knew what I was watching. The Celtics, and more so also the Oklahoma City Thunder, were kind of templates for how I wanted the Sixers rebuild to play out, and it just didn't happen because ownership stinks and then multiple GMs. I'm not going to go through the whole story. This shit ain't about the Sixers. My point is, the Celtics are just a well-constructed team because they identified their 2 stars. They identified correctly they had a star wing duo. They did whatever they could to constantly fit the right skill sets, the right players, the right talent around the star players. And even when they fell short, like losing in the 2022 finals, you tinker some more. You lose in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You make some big moves over the offseason, trading for Kristaps Porzingis, using one of those picks from the Porzingis trade to get Drew Holiday, and then you give Jaylen Brown that big-ass $300 million contract where, if you go back to my videos from over the summer, I thought everybody was overthinking that Jaylen Brown contract extension. And now look, Jaylen Brown, Finals MVP. The best playmaking season of his career, the best season of his career really, but the way he evolved, the way he has evolved every year, the way Tatum has grown every year. Meanwhile, the Celtics are going to Eastern Conference Finals literally every other fucking year. What is it? 6 out of the 8 years in the Tatum Brown era, they've been to the conference finals, 2 finals appearances, and now 1 championship. This is one of the most well-run organizations in sports. Brad Stevens moving from coach, moving up into the front office, actually. Home run hire with Ime Udoka. Then that situation turns bad. And then you hire Joe Mazzulla. Then you make all these trades, all leading up to this moment. The Derek White trade going all the way back to the 2021-22 season. Masterstroke by Brad Stevens. Oh, by the way, can't forget to mention getting Al Horford back, even though he played like shit in Philadelphia, wasn't a great fit, all that stuff. You bring him back. And now Al Horford, I think, has solidified his Basketball Hall of Fame case. Notice how I said Basketball Hall of Fame. The Celtics now finish the season 80-21, one of the best playoff records in NBA history, one of the most dominant seasons in NBA history. And the numbers say that. I know people might quibble with the eye test a little bit, but that don't mean shit now. The Celtics are the champions. They've been the best team all year. They've mowed down everybody that's in front of them, and I don't want to hear about the easy path they had, especially if you've been following this team's trajectory for the last 7 years. They've played daunting competition at a lot of points in all of their playoff runs. So I'm not even going to try to discredit that. Even if I wanted to talk shit as a Sixer fan, I'm just not going to. And we don't deserve to. Same with the Lakers, same with everybody that is hating the Boston W tonight. This is just a well-run team, a well-constructed team, and it looks like everybody's coming back next year, and they should be the favorites to run it up again. But as you guys, especially some of my longtime subscribers, have seen from my videos in the past, you know, me predicting that the Warriors would repeat last season only for Denver to win it, and then I picked Denver to repeat this year only for the Celtics to win it. We really are in the era of parity in the NBA. The last 6 NBA champions have been 6 different teams. And with the talent deeper than ever, with the CBA now, we're really going to see the effects of the new CBA. But with player movement and all that stuff, things have never been more volatile in terms of who would be a favorite to win a championship. But if you're a betting man, the Celtics are probably a good bet to take, along with the Nuggets and a few other teams, because this Celtics team will actually be together again, assuming Al Horford comes back, because he is 38 going on 39 years old. The Celtics will have this same team back, and they'll have the same philosophy, which is another thing that you can put as a feather in the Celtics cap. It's not that they revolutionized the three-point ball era and all that stuff. That's already been cultivated over the last 10 years, but you could argue this is the final product or the final form. No Frieza shit. Everyone on the Celtics, especially their rotation 1 through 6, with Porzingis, Horford, Tatum, Brown, Drew, and Derek White, everybody can make threes, everybody can dribble and drive, and because everybody can shoot threes, there is extra space on the court for everybody to get to the rim. And then you just get the three-point attempts up, whether it be through dribble penetration and then kicking it out for catch and shoot threes, whatever the case is. The Celtics are kind of the final version of what the modern NBA has been for the last, 7 to 8 years, 7 to 10 years, going back really to that first Warriors team. And then the Houston Rockets, obviously, Daryl Morey emphasized, threes, layups, free throws, get as many three-point attempts up as possible. And the Celtics have the personnel to take advantage of that exact philosophy, but take advantage of it in a way where it's at its highest degree. So yeah, tried to make this video short. I'm going to be talking more about the Celtics in another video coming later this week, but begrudgingly, as a Sixer fan, congrats to the Celtics. Well deserved. And they've been the best team all year.